Hey, welcome. Hello to another Motherland Fort Salem review live stream. Today we're going to be talking about episode 108. Thank you all for joining me live. For those that have, thank you for checking this out after the fact if you guys couldn't make it to the live stream. I am trying out a new time, so thank you all for popping around and let me know which time you prefer. So I'm going to give it a couple minutes, make sure everything's working okay, make sure audio, visuals, the lag, everything's all G. And then we're going to jump into watching the promo for episode 9, and we're going to watch After the Storm for episode 8. And then we're going to jump into the review for episode 8. Yes, we have a lot to talk about. All right, so just make sure everything is all good. Switch this over, make this full screen. How are we doing? I think we're gonna be doing okay. Hopefully, I haven't seen otherwise. And then, like I said, we can jump in and watch the trailer for episode 9 and After the Storm for episode 8. Everything's good. Awesome. All right. Then let's jump over to this and watch this. And we'll see how we go. All right. I'm going to make me smaller just for the meantime while we watch these things. Yeah.
This isn't going to go away.
Who do we trust?
What episode left? What?
The base has been infiltrated.
Rude.
I would follow you anywhere.
You've kept me in the dark about all of this.
Madam President, I'm
Enough.
What is happening? Oh no. Oh no.
Is anything real?
Oh no.
Why did you pick me?
Oh no! So much just happened! Oh, we got episode 9 and then 10 is the last one. How do I cope? I don't know. Oh, look at that! I can't. I can't. Okay. Jesus. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Let's jump over to this. Oh my god. Let's watch the After the Storm, because these are really informative.
Told me I was
I found.
of the world.
Oh god.
I'm a little less.
All my babies this episode. We have so much to talk about. So much to talk about, I tell ya. Alright. What do we got?
Citydrop is an evaluation that is
It's
sort
brutal.
of the closest the Army can get to combat, to really see if these recruits have what it takes to go to war college.
It's brutal.
You know, a lot's going on with our unit to suddenly be dropped into this new thing. Not only are they being tested on their vocal magic and their ability to find and deactivate mines, but it's also a test of their cohesion as a unit.
That
They
car,
have to check
like,
their baggage and do their job.
what's it?
Which takes
The
them a moment or two. Eventually,
plague?
they do.
Ugh.
Alder is faced with a really tough decision with a spree armory being identified with information that they extracted from Scylla. But they now know where the spree armory is located, and it happens to be extremely close to the testing grounds for Citydrop. These trucks.
What do we think? Did Alder do the right thing? Or nah?
You know, distributed all around.
Too
the world.
brutal.
She has
What
to
do you
make
think?
a decision to employ her not fully trained soldiers to stop these trucks.
Not fully trained. They've had like what, a year in training?
So in this episode, we'll see Raelle.
Like, they're not trained at all.
come to
Come
the
on.
Gradual and reluctant acceptance that, you know what, maybe Scylla isn't who she thought. She
Oh
was.
god.
There's just a
Them
point
this episode,
where
their relationship.
the evidence
I
is
couldn't.
overwhelming. And it's also a realization where she starts to put her unit over Scylla, so that feels momentous.
Ooh.
We'll see Tally try to
Tally.
warn
What a queen.
Nausea that the truck they're about to take out actually has.
God, we have so much to talk about.
And
So much to
Tally
talk about.
we'll see that that information is sort of dismissed and that they go ahead anyway. So this is the beginning of Tally's idealism crumbling a bit as we go forward. This sort of vision and this hunt for truth is going to be a central characteristic for Tally.
When Abigail meets Adil, it's
something she's never experienced in her life.
Queen.
Abigail and Adil come from very different backgrounds.
Very, very
Deal
different.
is a new flavor for Abigail for sure. Abigail's incredibly
You know what would have been a better flavor?
Sexual.
Libba! I'm just saying.
Energy boost. 10 minutes
I'm still
max,
better.
and I'll be good.
in Abigail, we just see someone who owns her sexuality and is not complicated by it. But in Adil, she kind of stops in her tracks.
She didn't want anyone to see, you know, the insecurities, the bad parts of her. And Adil definitely allows her to just, you know, be her whole self, her true self, her real self.
There's just this bond.
He's a
that's
ghost. Nah, I'm just kidding.
completely Abigail. This is not how she operates.
Abigail is definitely at a crossroads. She is trying to decide if she can trust what she's been brought up to know by her mother, or trust her unit and trust Tally and the fact that she knows
There's so
things.
many
I
trust
think
issues
Liv
going to
and
come out
Nine
of this episode.
makes
Good God.
Abigail realize that, hey, this can hit home for me too. Like it has hit home for Jill. Maybe, hey, our military is not all that it's cut out to be. And I feel like this is helping Abigail realize that the military can be bad sometimes. It's going to make Abigail and Adil stronger because now they're kind of on the same page.
Abigail is somebody who's had a pretty good life. So we see her cousin with her throat removed, and then this person that she kind of love-hated for her whole life is tragically killed.
Love.
It's just a lot for
It's
Abigail.
canon.
It's gonna change
It's
her a lot
canon.
as we move forward.
Don't at me.
Libba's death and the fact that Alder just covered up an attack on actual civilians. She doesn't know if she should, you know, trust her mom and trust that, you know, the military is loyal and we do the right thing, or, you know, trust the facts where everything's happening in front of her.
This is not a magic school. This is life and death. To see Libba die so young is really, really tragic, but it's a reminder.
I can't.
These are soldiers.
Oh, God. I knew it was happening. I knew it was happening. But I'm still mad that they killed Libba. Oh, I'm still so mad. I'm still so mad. Oh, God. All right. All right. All right. There you go. Oh, there's so much to talk about. Like, where do I even start? Oh, God. Okay. Episode 8. What a goddamn roller coaster. What a goddamn roller coaster. Bring chat back over here so I can see what all you lovely people are saying. Oh, God. The cadets have had like 6 months of training. Yeah, you'd think like, I don't know. You'd think that, like, and they're going into, they're going into more training, right? War college, I guess, would be more training. This is just like a sort of, are you good enough to go to war college to, like, sort of hone your skills and, like, become a lethal weapon? Or are we just going to chuck you in the front line and have you be, like, meat wall? Right? Like, that's how brutal it is. 6 months of training determines whether they think you're good enough to, like, learn more, or if you're just gonna be a meat wall. Yeah. Okay. Where to start? Where to start? General Alder is bae. Look, I am actually whipped for General Alder. Like, I am. Like, I know a lot of her decisions are not great, but I'm also really whipped for her. Like, dang, is she hot? I also got her for that BuzzFeed quiz thing that was going around, so there's that. Anyway. Okay, what do we start with? Let's start with our babies. Our babies. So, start of the episode, we had Tally break her leg jumping out of the plane. She didn't land it right, and so Raelle had to heal her. I think it's really cool that, you know, we can see everyone's powers sort of growing. Raelle is able to sort of like make more sense of the visions that she's seeing when she heals people, right? Which is cool. So she was able to see very clearly Tally seeing Scylla with the balloon and then reporting Scylla. So yeah, I think it's really cool to see Raelle's powers growing, which is really, really exciting. We also saw Tally's powers growing this episode. Like she is a seer, right? She was able to sort of like see into that truck with like no help whatsoever. Like she was just like, I don't need any help. But they have, what is the thing that they had that sort of helps them focus their energy to see? She was like, I don't need that. I don't need that. She is really honing her powers as well, which is which is awesome to see. So I'm really excited to see their powers grow and grow and grow. It makes me curious about Abigail. Last week we talked about Abigail and her role in the unit, and you know, she's definitely sort of the leader of the unit, you know. But I want to see her powers sort of manifest that. I don't know how they will. I don't know. I mean, she's a badass in hand-to-hand combat, right? She's just a badass, right? Like, full stop. I'd like to see her sort of like powers, like even if she's like a blaster. Like I'd like to see like her powers be like brutal, right? Like right now we've seen her like kick ass, but like in hand-to-hand combat, right? I'd like to see her powers like blow up. That'd be cool. But our unit, our babies, they're just, they are powerful bitches, and I'm here for that. I was certain Raelle knew Scylla was spray. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna get into Raelle and Scylla. Let's just dive in. There's so much to talk about. Raelle knew something was up, right? I don't know if she knew 100% she was spree. She probably did deep down, right? Like, but she was just not, you know, accepting it. Like, even at the start of the episode when, you know, she saw Scylla talk to the balloon in the mirror, she saw that through Tally, right? And she was still like, why did you lie to Anacosta? Like, she's so deep down the, like, the just, what's the word? I don't know. She's got her blinders on. Like, she's so not here for it. Can't even think of the word. It's 5:30 in the morning. That she doesn't even want to believe it, right? She's so denial. That's the right word. Denial. She's so deep down denial road that she doesn't even want to see it. Like, even when she can see it with her eyes, she was still like, why did you lie to Anacosta? And it was still like all these things had to build up throughout the episode for her to acknowledge it. So while I do think, you know, she knew something was up. She clearly knew something was up. Height difference. I cannot. We're going to talk about this anyway. I can't. I've put so many pictures of Libba and Abigail together because, like, height difference, and I can't. Anyway. Yeah, so it was in so much denial. She didn't acknowledge it, even when she saw it. So while I do think she definitely knew something was up, she probably knew, you know, subconsciously, she probably knew. She just didn't want to acknowledge it. And she was forced to acknowledge it this episode. That came out so painfully. That goddamn fight between her and the spree that dressed up as Scylla, changed their appearance to Scylla. And she was like, even if it is you, and she fought her. Oh, my heart broke. I couldn't. Can we talk about that for a second? Oh, it hurt. It really hurt. I feel for her. Cause Raelle went through like all the stages of like grief this episode. All the stages of grief. And you know, she has to process it like that. She obviously knew. She's had to know, you know, even just a little bit, that wasn't actually Scylla. That's why she was able to fight her. That's why she was able to kill her. I think if she genuinely thought it was Scylla, she wouldn't actually kill her, you know? Like, she's still in love with Scylla. That's a fact, you know? You're not gonna get over that. Like, you can't be that mad at someone unless you have that much love for them, right? So, you know, there's a lot going on. She's trying to process her feelings as best that she can in this, like, insane situation that they're in. Like, their emotions are heightened to the extreme. So, while Raelle is broken, she is broken, she's heartbroken. We have Scylla tried to warn her, and we've seen Scylla's point of view, right? Like, Raelle is going through the emotions I was going through at the start of the episode, where I was like, I don't trust this bitch. I don't trust her. But then, you know, give it time. Raelle will come, you know, will you know, process the way we've processed and come back to love Scylla, you know? Yeah, so Raelle is definitely going through, I think, the emotions that I was going through at the start of the episode. And she just needs, I don't know, something else to show her that there was genuine feelings there. Like, obviously, Raelle was Scylla's mark, right? But still, she fell for her mark, you know? I think that's undeniable. And there's genuine feelings for her. There's a lot that she didn't do for her, you know? Like, she didn't follow a lot of the Spree's orders because she just couldn't, you know? She couldn't. So, coming up to the title of this video, is this the end for Raelle and Scylla? No way. No goddamn way. This is a true, like, 5-season love story. 6, 7, 8-season love story. That's gonna be filled with heartbreak, heartache, just like drama, angst, and also a lot of love. So, next week's episode's gonna kill me. I can't. Like, seeing Raelle broken this episode is one thing. Seeing Raelle broken and then breaking Scylla, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough. Yeah. I am very curious, though, about Anacostia's storyline with them. It's gonna be interesting because we know Anacostia has seen Scylla's regret. You know, she's felt her hesitation when she was looking in her mind. So I think Anacostia knows that there's something more. You know, it's not just like two-dimensional, she's Spree, she's bad. You know, Anacostia is smarter than that. She's seen and felt more than that to prove otherwise, you know? So I'm very curious to see how Anacostia's storyline progresses with Scylla and Raelle. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because I don't know. I think, you know, if Anacostia does dive into Scylla's mind more, I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but, you know, she might see more of, I don't know, is Scylla feeling cornered or something, you know? It's very, very interesting. There's so much there. There is so much there. Oof. If Scylla gets out of the dungeon, is going to be because of Anacostia and not Raelle. Raelle is going to see her next episode, but leave her there. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know if Scylla's even going to get out of the dungeon next episode. Is she? Maybe. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with her in episode 10. I don't know. Someone had a synopsis of episode 9 they posted, did they? Maybe it was so far out. Oh wait. We know that Anacostia is going to grant Scylla a favor. Yeah. I feel like letting her free is a huge favor. I don't know. Maybe episode 10, like, when the big bad happens, like, they have to let her go because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, maybe that infected mushroom goo is going to take over the base, and they have to like evacuate everyone. I don't know what's going to happen. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Like, I think Anacostia is going to, I feel like, be a part of Raelle's journey back to Scylla. Like, I think, you know, in some way, Anacostia's, I think, going to play a part showing Raelle that she's not all evil and there were genuine feelings there. You know, I do think that. And I love Anacostia. I do. I love her. Maybe the favor is letting her see Raelle. Maybe that could be a favor. I don't know. That would be like that would be such a like two-faced favor though. It's like, oh yeah, I'll bring Raelle in. Like, I'll let you see her, knowing that Raelle is like done. That's cold. That's so cold. I think Anacostia will also begin to question Alder's actions too, as we saw with her impulsively bringing the cadets to handle the spree. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we're seeing this throughout the whole season. A lot of people have been questioning Alder's position, questioning her leadership, questioning her. Also, please note this. She has been concerned for Abigail the whole season. Let's be honest. She tries to hide it behind Snark, but she's been concerned for Abigail. Anyway, we'll get back to Abigail and Liba because we have stuff to talk about. So Alder's leadership has definitely been questioned this whole season. And even now with Anacostia, which is big because Anacostia was raised on the base. Like, Alder is her, like probably the closest thing that she has to a mother. So it's big for her to question her leadership, her, you know, ability to lead, her reasoning and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, maybe the season finale, who knows if it's even going to be an external factor. It might just be like a civil war within the witches. I don't know. Like, there's so many elements in this season. Honestly, it could end in so many different ways. Next ep is called Coop. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a spoilery pic of Alder. If you want to know about it. Yeah, I want to know about it. I want to know, but like, you know, are you on my Discord? I don't know. Send it to me privately, so in case people don't want to see it. Yeah, so there's a lot of hesitation, there's a lot of questions going around after this episode. I mean, with Tally. Oh, Tally. And her ability to see. Love her. She really came into her own this episode. Like, she really stood her ground. And I had so much respect for her. I love Tally. But also, she was very much faced with the reality of this army is not all good. Just like, I mean, the spree is pretty evil. But it's not, like, just pure evil. Like, there's reasoning behind their evil, even though what they're doing is insane and is just not a good way to deal with that. Killing people is not the answer, but there is at least, like, you know, they're trying to stop their people from being killed, you know, in the hands of the army and all that sort of stuff. There is, like, some logic behind it, even though their actions are not great and do not help their cause. Yeah, Tally is faced with the reality that the world is grey, you know, the world is grey. She's going to have to face that and learn to sort of make her own judgment calls. You know, she's going to have to learn to make her own decisions. Is the army actually right for her? Is this a thing that she is going to put her life on the line for, you know? I don't think the spree is something that she's going to jump over towards. But there's like also that potential middle ground with the clan that Adil is with, that they're very non-combative. Like they might be that middle ground of they don't want fighting, full stop. You know, they don't want fighting from witches against the bad guys, and they don't want the spree fighting. Yeah, there's just I don't know. I think there's a third group that is very well hidden because they just don't want any part of it. They don't want any part of it, you know? But I also, like, if you guys watched my review last week, I also had the theory that that clan, they say it was like man-made. Well, they felt like it was man-made, you know, like this plague. But I had the theory that the clan that Adil is with and his little sister, like, brought it in purposely, like infected her purposely, and knew how to sort of like trigger it away from the sister and into that, like, into the ground and into the mushroom. Like there's something happened there. Something happened there. Because we know for a fact, we know this, that Raelle did not heal that little sister from that plague, from that disease. That didn't happen. We know this because, like, Raelle even said it. She's like, I usually get, you know, a part of the disease. Like, I usually, even if in just like a small bit, I usually, you know, am hit with whatever I'm healing. And she didn't get that at all. She didn't feel anything. And we also know, like, you know, when Raelle heals, she's able to sort of see memories of the person that she's healing. And she didn't get that. So, like, Raelle didn't heal the little girl. Something happened to get rid of that disease. And I think it was done on purpose, to be honest. I don't know. There's a lot of questions. Just watch the first trailer for the series before the premiere. There is a scene of Anacostia fighting Alder. I can never, like, when I read her name, I can't. That didn't happen yet. Yeah, there's a lot in that first trailer, because last week when I was doing that spoiler who will die in episode 8 video, I was looking at the trailer, like the original trailers for the series, and there's a lot in there that we haven't seen yet. Which, oof, there's a lot to come. What other choice do the Spree have? They can't form a political group to fight conscription, so terrorism it is. I don't think that's the only choices they have. I would like to think that's not the only choices they have. So terrorism it is. I just love the way you phrase that. Oh God. If Freeform cancels Motherland Fort Salem, I really hope another platform is picked up. I think Hulu would be a fitting place. Man, I would be so pissed if they don't renew it for a second season. I swear to God. Oh, I'll be so mad. But I have a good feeling it's going to be picked up. Freeform is a small network, so you know, they don't have, I guess, as high expectations. Like, if this show was on Fox, I would be a bit worried, or a bigger network, you know. But Freeform's a pretty small network, and you know, this episode, like this series, is getting a lot of traction going, and it seems to be blowing up on social media, which is a big thing that networks are looking at now. Like, look at the CW shows. Like, their ratings aren't great, to be honest, but there is so many other avenues that they're popular in, that's why the CW just keeps going with those DC TV shows, because, you know, they're huge on social media. They also have a big streaming presence, which is beneficial to them. There is a lot of factors that just go into other than the ratings, and I think Motherland is in a good position to get renewed, especially considering it's on a network like Freeform that's not a huge network and doesn't have a lot of competition. So, ooh, that's my alarm. My alarm to usually get up at 6 a.m. I'm talking about Motherland. But in any regard, if it doesn't get renewed, I really hope, because like the creator dude, what's his name? I forget his name. Was like, he had created a sort of like timeline, a plot line for 6 to 8 books. Like he originally was going to make this a book series. And so he was like, I have like 6 to 8 seasons planned out if we go that way. So I really hope they do. But if they get cancelled or like, you know, what, they don't get renewed, I would love for the book series to become reality. We have to talk about Libba and Abigail. The smile. I can't. I am so mad. Oh, I'm so mad. Like, she's so cute. I love Libba so much. And obviously I knew it was coming. I made a video on it. I knew it was coming and I was preparing myself. But I still couldn't prepare myself. I'm so mad. I am so mad they killed her. I need there to be like some sort of resurrection or something that happens and she comes back, because I need her back. And I need Libba and Abigail. Like, we could have had it all. We could have had Raelle and Scylla and that gorgeousness, you know? And then we could have had, we could have had Libba and Abigail. Imagine the show would be unstoppable. I'm so emotional. I cannot, like, there's so much to love about this ship. I mean, like, first of all, enemies to lovers, like, the ultimate enemies to lovers, like, ship. Also, the goddamn height difference. Like, you cannot get better than their goddamn height difference. I can't. There's just so much. There's so much there. God, they love each other. I am convinced that Libba was genuinely in love with Abigail. I am convinced. Like, the whole season, while she's been like jibbing at Abigail, you know, when Abigail was like hurt, or she was like traumatized after the wedding, like, you could see the concern on Libba's face. Like, she loves her. Like, she genuinely loves her, and she is worried for her and protective of her. Oh, I am convinced Libba was in love with Abigail. And I am sure, given time, Abigail could have fallen in love with Libba. But that time was taken away from us. I couldn't. That scene on the helicopter where they were like bantering together. And I knew when it was happening, I was like, oh, that's like the nail in the coffin. That I know for sure Libba's gone now. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I'm depressed now. Oh, and that scene, like, at the end where, like, Abigail gets knocked out, obviously, in the fight, and when she comes to, she sees her lying there. Oh, and she was, like, Abigail needs therapy, I think, after this. Like, after all the death she's encountered this season, goddamn, she definitely needs some therapy, I think. God damn. Ugh. Elliot said they have a love-hate relationship. See? Love. That's all I'm hearing from that. Oh. They made them get along better just before she died, probably because she was going to die. Oh, 100%. Just to make it sink in worse. But also, like, all I could see was, like, the potential. Like, look where this could have gone. Look what we could have had. Oh. Oh. Sarcastically, at least she died with honor. God damn. God damn, so much happened this episode. Like, and we're episode 8. We're 2 episodes away. And like I've been saying, I don't know how this is going to end. I genuinely don't know how this is going to end. Oh, God. I hope they get the 8 seasons that Elliot wants. By that point, Raelle are going to be able to bring people back from the death. Oh, and then she can bring Libba back. I need to, like, just let go of Libba. I really do. But I'm so mad. Like, oh, the potential is gone. Is gone. That picture taken out of context weird. Yeah, true. After this episode, I think we all need therapy. True. True. The 4 names highlighted in the intro are Bellwether, Crave, Collar, and Kieran. Who's Kieran? Kyron? Kyron? Glory threw up when they were told that this would be a combat mission. She's going to the front for sure. Ooh, interesting point. Interesting point. Thank you for bringing that up, Chris. Obviously, I'm assuming they're going to get to the point where they're going to announce who's going on to War College and who's heading off to the front line this season. I would assume they would announce that this season. And, you know, maybe if Glory does get allocated to the front line, that's going to be another sort of point for Tally to, you know, see the truth in the situation, like see the reality of the situation. Like we might see, I mean, obviously next episode is called Coop, but yeah, we might genuinely see like I don't know, like some sort of backlash against the cadets or, you know, obviously other people in the military are questioning the whole system. But I think, you know, after these cadets specifically were thrown into combat when they were not, you know, they had not finished basic, right? They hadn't finished basic and they were thrown into combat. I think it's going to be sort of like obviously the starting point for a big sort of fight back, being like, this should not have happened. We're not letting you send more people out to die. It's just, this is not what we're going to do. So it's going to be interesting. I wonder, like, I don't know, because it's like, someone, was it Chris that brought up the whole point, like, what else is Spree supposed to do? Like, terrorism it is. Like, as funny as that, like, line was, I think it would be interesting, like, if these cadets and, like, you know, other people in the military choose to break away from it all because they've just had enough, and they don't join the Spree, but they choose to take their own way. Like, you know, someone like Scylla and the Spree was like, oh, there was another way? Damn, okay. We just killed a whole bunch of people for no reason. Like, you know? Though, to be fair, like, they need someone, like, they need, like, an enemy like the Spree to, like, pull out these really bad decisions from Alder to cause this backlash, right? They're like, well, I don't know, it needs to be there, even though they're not like that's not the only way to go about things, terrorism. They clearly needed this big enemy to highlight the faults in the system, right? So, oh man. There isn't another way. It's dodging. And that's why Scylla's family was killed. But that's the thing, right? Like, it's either like dodging and you get killed, or Spree and you kill people. But that's only because of the military, right? If people rebel against the military in a mass way and turn up the whole system, then like you wouldn't have dodgers. They would just be witches, you know? It wouldn't be a class dodging the military. Like, the whole system is based around the military. And if that isn't a thing, then everything else doesn't matter, right? So there isn't, like, there isn't like, you have to either be a Dodger in the military or spree, right? So if they turn the whole system upside down, there's no longer just those two options outside of the military, which, you know, means tearing down the whole system. Which, yeah, needed the spree, needed an enemy to highlight how bad the system is to everyone inside the system, so they will rebel against the system. Yeah. It's all Alder's fault. The system is Alder. I would question that as well. I would question, you know, just Alder being the bad guy. Like everything else, there is like, it's grey. There, you know, Alder's backstory was like, she was gonna get killed. She watched her sister get hung right next to her. She was gonna get murdered, and she tried to save herself, you know, and she tried to find a way out. She was literally just trying to survive, and she was forced into this by humans, by evil humans. So it's not just her fault, you know. The system wasn't like she planned this. This came out of just pure fear and survival instinct. It's, you know, like, it's not just black and white. Alder's evil. She created this to slave witches. She, you know, this all came about because she was just trying to survive. I don't know. It's just not as black and white. Everything, you know, everything's not just black and white. That's why I love this show, because like, you can, like, there is multiple sides to everything, you know, to everything. If you're going to, you know, see, try and understand the side of the spree, even though what they're doing is bad, if you're going to try and understand their side, you also have to understand all the side and the military side. You know, you have to, if you're going to do it for one party, you have to do it for all parties, and all parties have a reason at this point. Except humans. Humans are evil and are trying to use witches for their own evil. That's what I've gotten this from the show. The humans are evil. What I love about the show is that almost every character is in a morally grey area. Exactly, yeah. I think Alder justifies it by saying she forged a place for witches in the world. And, like, she did. Like, let's be honest, she did. Back in her day, witches just got hung. Like, they got killed. They were murdered. They were executed. And so creating this place while they are, you know, under the control of the military, under the US government, you know, was a place for them to survive, for them to actually live while they were, you know, technically being enslaved. It's better than being executed, you know, in that reality, in her reality when it was created, while you are, you know, under the control of the US government, at least you're not being executed. I don't know. You know, there's that. But you have to admit, the actress would be an amazing badass villain. Oh, man. She could kill me any day. I swear to God. Step on my throat. Too far? God, yeah, I could. Oof. Yes. Any day, all day. She just, oof. Oof. She does things to me. She does things to me. I think in the chalkboard with timeline, there's an independence war. Is this Witch's independence war? I don't know. I will have to dive into more of that more. I'm feeling like at the end of the season, I'm gonna do a whole like wrap up of the season, I'm thinking, and just try and like get a good understanding of everything that's happened and try and get a good timeline, and try and just make sense of everything, because there's so much there. And I think, yeah, once we get the whole season, I think I'm going to sit down, watch it all again, piece together all the little bits and pieces and do a whole big sort of like, this is what happened in season 1. This is what you missed in season 1, potentially. Let me know if you think that would be a good idea, if you'd watch that. Let me know. The spree didn't want to serve people that persecuted their kind. The military was made out of a need to survive in some way, and the Dodgers just want to live their life without being dictated. Exactly. All of this comes out of humans trying to control witches. Literally, all of this comes out of humans trying to be greedy and like take control of witches. If we're gonna blame anyone, let's blame humans. Like, let's be honest. If witches were given a choice to do what they wanted to do with their lives, none of this would have happened. I think that season 2 will be more from the spree's point of view. Glory may even defect to them. Oof. Interesting. Lynn Renee does things to all of us. Is that the actress that plays Alder? I don't actually know her name. I'm assuming that's her. But yes, Nikki. Oof. Ooh. You know? Also, as a side note, that teacher, what's her name? I don't even know her name. The teacher that Scylla disguised herself as to go on that the guard duty with, that we meet this episode, she is hot. I'm just gonna say it, you know? She's hot. I've got a thing for her as well. Let's be honest. Like, I have a thing for, like, everyone. Oh, Alex being a weed gay for the entire live stream. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. What I love about this show is you can't predict what is going to happen. Yep. What if Alder is responsible for the sickness that has affected Adil's people to get their seeds and stuff? I don't know. I think Alder actually, you know, has a connection to those people. Like, Alder is so interesting. I don't know. Like, she clearly, her lineage comes from that family or that clan. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I've gathered, that her lineage comes from that family. So she feels this sort of like family connection to them. So I genuinely think she wants to be a part of that clan, or have that clan be a part of her in some way, because she wants that sort of her language back and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, she is very like stuck. You know, I don't think she can see a way out of the military, out of the government's grasp. So she tried to bring them back, but I don't think she put that disease on them. I don't think she did that. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Because I think all the other witches wanted that clan because their language and stuff was powerful. And yes, I think Alder wants the power. Like, she's, you know, she loves power as well, but I also think she had another, like, these people actually mean something to me side to it. Which is, yeah. So I don't know. Alex, would you offer yourself as old as Biddy? No, because they go old and it's not like she sleeps with them. Sorry, I love her, but I don't love her that much. Helen Graves, yeah, that's it. Reminds me of Sarah Ramirez? Fuck, I butchered her name. But yes, that's who she reminds me of. I couldn't actually place it, but now that you've said it, yes, 100%. Alder seemed surprised when these people were brought up at the meeting, as if they were possibly wiped out. Yeah, and I think, like, you know, while, like I mentioned, while, you know, the power is interesting to her. I think there's more to that clan to her than, you know, meets the eye. Alex, you should do a live reaction to the final. Because it's gonna be cray for sure. I can't do like live reactions on this channel though, like, cause copyright. Unless like the team at Freeform or, you know, Motherland want to give me like the rights to do a reaction, I can't really do it. I don't know. Those Evan grandmas. Yes, the actress playing Helen Graves is a real hottie. She's, oof, goddamn, yes. Everyone on the show is hot somehow, 100%. I'm surprised how soft the necro teacher is. Alex, which character from Motherland for Salem would you hook up with? All of them. All of them. I don't want to choose. Don't make me choose. That's rude. But like, can we talk about how hot like all the teachers are though? Like, like all of them. Damn. Oh. And of course, she could step on me. True. They could all step on me, to be honest. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we're all so gay. Like, this is great. We're all so goddamn gay. All right, moving on. Have I missed anything from this episode before we... Oh, there she is. There she is. Hey, babe. Have I missed anything from this episode before we wrap up this stream, this review? Is there anything else that we need to chat about? Do Raelle and Scylla have the same blue eyes? I think Malia's eyes are so much brighter. I don't know. Cause yeah, like in some lights, like Raelle's, this episode looked so much bluer than they had in other episodes. You know? We're talking about blue eyes. We are whipped for this show. Yes, we are. I was just thinking back to that weird scene with Isadora where she pulls that black thing from a mushroom and it kind of looks like the webbing Kaliada had. Did I say that name right? I don't know. Gay's discussing the color of eyes like it's the only thing that matters. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. I love this show. I love what this show does to the gays. Classic. Classic. All right. Since we've gone down the rabbit hole of blue eyes, it's probably a good time to start wrapping up this live stream. Unless there is anything else that I've forgotten. Our unit coming together like bays. Love them. I do like how I was nervous. That this episode was going to break apart our unit because of the whole Scylla, Tally, Abigail situation, right? But I like that even though it was at the expense of, you know, Raelle distrusting Scylla, I do like that the unit seems to be stronger together now. Like they seem to have like this almost undying trust with each other now. And I like that. I love my girls and I need them to stick together forever. I just need them all to get on board with Scylla now. I do like that. Alder's press conference. What about Alder's press conference? It was fucked. Yeah, I mentioned at the start of the episode. I mean, like, the whole situation has got everyone questioning her. Anacostia, especially at the end of the episode during the press conference, you know, you just saw it. She had no faith in what was being said, or you know, you could see the trust just leaving her. Yeah. Motherland, Fort Salem. I'm going to give the gays everything they want, except for Libba and Abigail. No, I'm still mad about that. They don't get a pass for that, okay? As much as I love them, I'm still mad about that. And I will be mad for a very long time, okay? Okay? Because that was just, oh, the potential of that ship. The potential of that ship was so much. And they just took it away from me. They took it away. Rude, okay? Rude. I'm. Oh, look at her. Abigail telling Libba to wake up. We still haven't talked about. Well, yeah, the scene in the helicopter. We did talk about that. I couldn't. That whole scene messed me up. Ugh. Okay, but what if they kill one of the gays though? Libba was gay. Look, it's canon in my eyes. She was in love with Abigail 100%, okay? That's why I'm mad, okay? Okay. But honestly, like, genuinely, if they killed either Raelle or Scylla, I do think they would lose the fandom. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that would be good. Ugh. Yeah. Like, I love the show. But I do think they would lose the fandom. They'd lose a good part of it anyway. The part that are just like shippers. Like, I'm a hardcore shipper, but I'm genuinely loving the show outside the ship. But, oof. I don't know. What will happen to Libba's unit now? Yeah, that's interesting. What happens to a unit? Well, they go on, right? Because we had that bodyguard of Abigail. She lost someone in the unit. And I assume they just continue on without that person. Which is hard in Libba's unit's situation, because she seems to be like the leader of that unit. So, yeah, it's interesting what happens to the unit afterwards. Killing Raelle or Scylla would be a repeat of the 100. Yeah, it would be bad, I think. It would be very, very bad. I hope they don't do it. I think there's still going to be lots of Abigail and Liba fanfics. Are there Libba and Abigail fanfics right now? Can someone like tweet me links if there are? I haven't even looked. I haven't even had time to look for fanfics. If anyone has any fanfics, even of this show, like Raelle, Scylla, Abigail, Libigail, that's a thing, right? That's their ship name. Did I just make that up, or is that already a thing? Also, like my original ship of the show were these two. Tally, can I point the right way? That way. Tally and Raelle, they were my original ship in episode 1 until I jumped on board with Scylla. Because, you know, to start off with, I was like, this bitch is crazy. I don't trust her. So I definitely shipped Tally and Raelle. Yes. There are already like 60 fanfics. Oh, okay. I know what I'm doing this weekend. Oh. The fact that Tally is super straight makes me rage. Yes. I've been saying this like in my Discord and stuff like that. Like, Tally and Raelle was my original ship because like Tally is a redhead, so obviously I was weak for her from the get-go. But I'm like, she's like the straightest character on this show, and I'm like, no, why? Like I can't even really ship her and Raelle anymore because I'm like, she's so straight. Like she's so straight. I can't. I don't know. I just need something. Just like just little gay vibes from her to get my like shipping heart back. But damn. Yeah. All right. All right. With that out of the way, we're going to end on this height difference. This goddamn height difference. We could have had it all. Okay? Oh, we could have had it all. But thank you all for coming by, watching this live stream. Like I said, let me know if you guys prefer this time slot or my previous time slot to do live streams at. Tell me what's better for you. Yeah, let me know. And I'll see if I can continue to make that happen. Oh, the height difference, look at it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it from me. I hope you guys like this live stream. If you did, hit that like button, please. That would be amazing. And subscribe if you haven't. I will see you guys in my next video and or live stream. Okay. Bye.